and welcome to Swap Meet, the show about the show after the show. Last week, we wrapped up Campaign 1, so we thought we would take this time to talk about the campaign, see how it went. It's the first thing that we have done, and I don't know. I'm just curious what everyone's thoughts are.
Actually, it wouldn't have been last week. It would have been 2 weeks ago.
Did I say last week? I meant to say last episode. Fuck me, dude.
It's fine.
I need to do it again.
No, you don't have to do it again. You're fine.
I normally do these for the Patreon.
Yeah, so this is your first time hearing a Swap Meet. These are things we do over on the Patreon, which you can subscribe to for free. These are available now for free. We just kind of talk, oftentimes not about anything that's important or relevant. It's kind of centered around whatever episode just aired, but
briefly, it's like 1/3 about the episode, and then 2/3 about, then another third about Star Wars, and then a third.
God, I wish it was a Star Wars podcast.
Then the third is something completely off the wall, typically.
And then there's Elizabeth's Corner, which that's my favorite segment personally.
Because
the fourth third.
Yeah, you guys like Elizabeth's Corner.
The fourth third, huh?
Yeah.
My hot take, you guys like Elizabeth's Corner because I'm asking you questions about yourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I was going to say something.
Actually, we're just talking about pie mostly. And I'm diabetic,
that's
so
true.
I like
We mostly talk about
we're
tasty treats.
We're going straight to the last third of the 3/3. Now we're on the fourth third. We got to go back to the beginning and talk about the actual campaign. And then we can get back to this.
I was going to say something, but I don't remember what it was. What were we just talking about?
I was talking about improper fractions.
We were talking about Elizabeth's Corner, sweet treats.
I don't know. Carry on.
Star Wars.
Talking about yourself.
Oh, I had this idea for a podcast that I thought would be very funny, and it's probably already been done. But
there's no original ideas out there.
I know there's the.
You think this is the original D&D podcast?
It is. There's the I can't think of what that podcast is, but they do the bit is they fell into the Forgotten Realms or to a magical land, and they do a podcast from the magical lands. I can't remember what the podcast is called.
The Tavern Door or something like that. Yeah.
Anyways, I thought it would be funny to do a bit where I'm a radio host in the Forgotten Realms or fantasy setting and do radio host bits where you have call-ins, but it would be from goblins and orcs and stuff like that. And it would just, I don't know, in my head it's very funny of a goblin or a fantasy DJ working a radio station with people calling in because they're trying to figure out the best way to infiltrate an evil lair or something.
I don't
improv.
know. Workshopping an idea during a recording was the best idea, but
I like it.
I'm
Derek.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
I like it, Derek.
It does sound interesting.
That is funny because you could do different types of callers. It could also be I'm a kobold. I'm trying to figure out how to cook this child.
Yeah, because radio shows are super unhinged, and they'll I don't remember what it was.
It's gonna be over the top sound effects though.
Yeah, and I figured it would be stupid songs, stupid songs fade in and out. There was I had in my head.
Wilhelm scream.
Yeah, in my head there was one song that ended, and it was just some orc just going, ah! And then you're like, and that was The Sound of Silence by the Orcs or something like that.
That is awesome. Yes, Derek, make that a reality.
All right, enough talking about a podcast that doesn't actually exist.
Yet.
We can talk about this podcast, which we finished. We didn't do a swap meet for the final 3 episodes because we're going to talk about the final 3 being the 3-part finale. So we're going to talk about it here. So I guess we can start with that. How's everybody feel about the finale? You can go left to right.
Fuck, that's me first.
Yeah, if you guys ever wanted to know the order, we sit around a square table. I sit on the east side. Josh sits on the north side. North side.
North side.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. East south.
Yeah.
If you were east, he'd be south.
Yep. South side.
No, I'm definitely north.
No, you were.
But if he's using himself as an east reference,
well, I'm thinking about it from an earth reference.
But Derek said he was east. So
I know, but which way is north?
North is this way.
It is that way.
Okay, so I'm west. I was just wrong.
So yeah, I was saying Derek. I was using
your
Derek's.
apartment turns me around.
It took me 34 years to finally understand compass directions. Only because I've lived in Lawrence for so long.
Oh, the stairs go that way, and that's east. I was thinking, for some reason in my head, the stairs went that way, and that was east.
Well, I just know that I'm facing south.
Yes. Okay, anyways, Drew sits on the West,
the
east side.
East side.
Did I say east? I meant west.
East side.
And Elizabeth's on the south side.
I am on the south.
Anyways,
Which makes Derek the west side.
you might be totally
And he has to-
uninterested in listening to the swap meets.
You know what?
And he's throwing up a gang sign right
This
now.
might be as bad as the dice.
All right, go ahead. What do you think about the finale?
I thought the finale was good. We recorded it all in one sitting, I believe,
Yep,
right?
it was
one day.
Yeah, we were just like, we can't stop. We
No.
have to keep going.
We recorded 2, and then we're like, oh, we think there's more to wrap up here. And I was like, we have to finish it. Like, I can't get out of the zone that we were in. But yeah, it was good. I feel like, listen, I don't think Kellen turned it around. I don't think there was any redemption for Kellen in the finale. So those people that were like, he's a bad dude for killing those people, he's still a bad dude. He's not a good guy, I guess.
I don't know. He's trying his best with having a.
I'm
devil
trying my
inside of him.
best. And you know what? Maybe for campaign 2, the first thing, like in the downtime between where campaign 1 and campaign 2 starts, Kellen's maybe going to get proficiency in medicine so that
He can
he
heal.
can maybe stabilize people.
That makes sense.
I think that's a good thing. If I avoid jail,
They have killed a lot of
I've
people.
killed a lot of people.
Drew, how did you feel?
All
You're the running in.
right.
Let's get back to you, actually. Elizabeth, how did you feel? Drew's more important here.
I was wanting to talk a little bit more about this direction thing we were going with, the north and the south.
We'll come back to you, Drew. Elizabeth, how did you feel about it?
I felt really good about how it ended. I was very worried about what I would do as, like, I guess we've been calling her Dark Willow, and I felt.
Or Dwillow.
Twillo.
How about we don't call her that? We have been calling her Dark Willow here, though. Yeah, I felt like it went really, really well, and how the whole thing wrapped up, and I felt like everybody did their best, and it's like the D&D is the friends we make along the way.
That's true. Yeah, that's the first rule of D&D. I thought it was.
Did I make any friends?
No, don't
or-
think about it.
It's
no,
like I'm already friends with you guys. I didn't make any friends while we recorded this
You
campaign.
may have lost a couple.
yeah, Josh, we've got to tell you something.
Give me your podcast card.
No, I thought it was. I don't know. I think I didn't. That I don't know. Came out very like remorseful, and that's not how I meant it. I meant it in like a. It's hard to judge your own work. I feel like because you're so critical of it.
But then do it anyway.
Yeah, but I genuinely believe that I really was invested in the story that we were telling, and I mean we didn't really set out like hard parameters of the story that we wanted to tell, other than we wanted to do something that was kind of like supernaturally, kind of with the brothers, and then whatever our personal secrets and stuff were. But I don't know. I think that it was. For a game that is oftentimes very difficult to end cleanly, I felt like it was very satisfying of an end, especially with...
It's just one chapter closing and another chapter beginning.
Sure, I guess like sometimes with like...
Continuation.
Yeah, literally.
Continuation, as
literally.
you would say.
It's hard sometimes to like have stakes in the final boss fight feel as meaningful as they should feel. And I think having... Lena, Kellen, Willow, and Elena all having different competing wants that were at the climax in that particular moment is one of the best, like, big bad evil guy fights I've ever experienced. And, like, I know that I only spent the whole time trying to pacify everybody and keep everybody away from Willow, but it felt, from my end at least, like at any moment something was going to happen that would irrevocably like damage somebody, like one of us, and have like permanent lasting like negative effects. And it felt very satisfying to have to like walk that tightrope. So I don't know. It was very good. All right, Drew, we can go back to you now. It's your turn to speak.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'll give you the stick.
All right. So as Derek was kind of touching on, that's as somebody who like DMs most of the campaigns that he plays in. Story endings are so hard. Just because you invest all this time and energy into something, telling a story, like a lot of people play your campaigns can go on for years, even and getting like a satisfying conclusion to something like that. Like we were doing this for over a year, right?
Yeah.
So it's very difficult. I really enjoyed the way it turned out. Like I had no idea how it was going to be going in there. Like, with the whole thing with Willow going Dark Willow, I did air quotes. You can't see that. This is an audio format. That kind of tension of like, well, are they going to fight with Willow or what's going on? Like, I think you guys played that out really well. Like, not knowing what you were doing with it. Like, you all had your own like doubts and concerns during the fight. It's very easy to just be like, oh, we just want this to happen this way. And just be like this happy, bubbly ending or like good triumphs over evil. But that's not what this campaign ever was. So I kind of made the joke about it, like, as the NPC cast of Mox, like, in my day at D&D, there was a bad guy and a good guy, and you shoot the bad guy, and that's the end of it. But it didn't turn out that way at all. There was, like, a lot of tension going on to multiple objectives from even within the party, which I really enjoyed. So
yeah, because I would argue, honestly, that, like, even in the big fight, the threat really, like, Elena was never really a big threat. It was Lena. Like, to me, at least, like, Lena felt, like, way more scary if she were to have gotten the stone than I would have been worried about Elena getting the stone, which is, like, again, creates a very interesting conflict between Kellen and Lena, as well as, like, Willow and Kellen and Vincent and Kellen. And I don't know, it paid off very nicely for something that was completely improv. So really cool. You said something that made me think of something, and it was, the letting things happen and not forcing, like, what you want to happen kind of thing. And I think we've talked about this in another Swap Meet before, but when we were in Brayfall with our parents, like, as soon as we arrived there and met both of our parents, like, I immediately knew that I wanted one of them to die because I thought it would be very interesting. And there were multiple times where I thought it should happen, and instead of bringing it up and swaying, anybody to do anything, I just bit my tongue and let things happen. And I think the way it turned out is better than anything that could have ever happened. So yeah, just like being comfortable, letting things happen, even if you don't think that's the best way to let them happen, sometimes leads to outcomes that are better, story-wise. And I don't know, I think that everything that happened led up to the conflict between Kellen and Lena that made that last fight so much more interesting. And I think it was very satisfying for me, at least as a listener, and most surely as a player. So definitely one of, like, probably the most satisfying, like I said, boss battle I've ever done. And I remember there were multiple times while we were playing that we were all like, holy shit, this is so fucking tense. Like,
yeah.
How much did you wind up editing out?
Not a whole lot. They weren't, like, each three of them weren't very long, so.
Oh, okay. So they were pretty. I do remember that. Like, we would come to.
Like, we ended the first one
point.
on you. What was the first of the part 3 ended on? The second one ended on Lena taking over Kellen.
The first one was Willow, like, claiming the stone for Shar.
Yeah, and then the second one was
Lena taking over Kellen
after you get thrown into the fire.
Yeah,
which was so fucking cool. It was a very cool visual. But yeah, they weren't super long.
I think I looked at this actually the other day, or this morning actually, and I think for the 3 parts, it ended up being like almost like 2 hours and 45 minutes. Maybe if give or take a few minutes there, but I know, like, the first one was like 58, the second one was like 55, and the third episode was like 47 or something like that. If those numbers are all correct, wow, I have a great memory, but it's somewhere around that, which was a lot. Like, and that was what, it was 11 to 3.
Yeah, I think so.
So 4 hours. And we ended up with like 2 hours and 45 minutes. And not all of that was recording. Like, after we finished a good breaking point, we took a break here and there. But it was like go mode that day. And I can't think of, I mean, like, I'm sure you did edit out quite a bit of, like, pauses and stuff. But, like, content wise, like, or like things that happened, I can't think of much from that time.
I don't think any like
taken away
content was cut. I think there's battles going on, and in battle episodes, like, as there's just a lot of dead space. People are like, oh, what can my character do? And they look at it, trying to figure out how to use sneak attack, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's true. Nobody would do that. I was trying to pull up for later. I forgot to write it down, but I was going to go over what episodes were the longest and the shortest. But we can do that later.
I have a question for Drew. Because I think like we had just been calling this like campaign like Alaria essentially from like whenever like the trailer and everything.
Yeah.
Well, like what would you name this campaign?
What would I name this campaign? Oh, that's a great question. Because honestly, after he said Alaria, I just adopted that. I was like, yeah, Alaria, fine. So, let me come back to you on that one. Give me a second. I actually like just didn't even think about it.
I don't know. I think,
or if anyone can like, if you have something that you thought.
I feel like it would be something. I think something similar to the Dark Side of the Moon would because that. Not that exactly, but something in that ballpark. I feel
Moonfall.
Like. Moonfall was something I thought of as well. Yeah,
that was the password for the door, right?
Yes.
Moonfall.
Moonfall. That's a good campaign.
And it would be like a title drop in the middle of it once you found out the password of the door to the final room.
That's pretty good.
Moonfall.
That is pretty good.
Thing.
That's the name of the campaign. Whoa.
I did have a topic to bring up, but I don't know if we're ready to move on yet.
What was everybody's favorite part of the finale? Can we do that first?
Yeah.
Cool.
Or like
Is
each part?
Well, is your
just do
question
total.
still like this like the finale?
No,
oriented?
it's season.
A season oriented. So it's still the same thing. Okay.
based.
This is gonna sound funny because of something that was said like off mic earlier, but I think my favorite part of the finale was the moments or the minutes of Kellen's futility at the end, where all of his family is down. He can't do anything. And he goes to Mr. Groobles for help. Mr. Groobles is just being Mr. Groobles. And Kellen is like, I've had enough of this, and tries to like grab him by the throat and immediately regrets decisions forever.
Honestly, the like comedic relief of Groobles immediately turning into a giant rhino.
Don't fucking touch me.
Yeah, it was like, I genuinely laughed editing it every time I heard it because it was like, it cut the tension so perfectly. And like, just like, it makes sense for Groobles, but it's also just like, again, very funny for Kellen in this almost like Sisyphusian moment of like, of course, like Mr. Groobles can turn into a giant rhinoceros that could tear him apart.
Yeah.
It's very funny. I enjoyed that as well.
I think like, besides that, it's not, I don't like to say that like my favorite parts are myself because that's not how it is most of the time. But I do also really like Kellen trying to stay in control and just failing. And so like there's that moment of like, oh, he's got this. Like this is like the moment where like he turns it around or whatever. And it's like, no, that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So again, just playing into his futility, I feel like is, I don't know, good tragic character.
I don't know. My favorite part of the episode was, I mean, it was really just your guys' funniest moment was when the Kalina thing, and just like, don't call me that.
Oh, okay. I still hate it.
Like,
I still hate it. I don't like Kelly. I don't like Kalina.
That's the nicknames. But no, just like in all like of my favorite episodes, like my favorite parts are always the exact same thing. It's your guys' character work. Like you guys do such a good job of like me. Has to be silly ass NPCs and whatnot. You know, who cares? You guys are the characters. You guys are the story, and you guys do such a good job of like conveying your character in moments. Like as Josh said, like your whole conversation with Lena, incredible. Just like you could just feel the exasperation and desperation at the end where you're just like, you've just given up. You're like, I can't do anything else. Like you've done everything you can. Shit went sideways. There you go. Vincent's like his whole like his confusion, hesitation is trying to do whatever he can to keep everybody safe in a situation that's just not like, it's not a good situation for anybody. And like his just desperation to try to keep everything together just harkens back to like how, you know, the people he's lost in the past and stuff like that, and how he wasn't able to do that, and like just kind of like feeling that through him. And then even just how like, because with Elizabeth, it was because we kind of talked about it, how, you know, when you lost like the soul stone, you're like, as like kind of like revert a little bit back to your prime directive, just like taking that, but like instead of just going like straight robot mode, that you put like, you still had that like emotion, like you could feel that she cared about the stone, even though it's just an object, right? But you could feel like she treated it like it was a person, like a thing that she could protect. And just how you did that and the decisions you made completely subverted. Because I thought you guys, oh shit, there's going to be a character showdown in this fight. But like Willow just completely, you know, Elizabeth completely subverting that with Willow and taking a different direction. Just like how you guys all handled your characters. I thought it was very, very good. Least favorite part of the episode was just me. All I got to do was be Mr. Groobles for a while there.
Well,
Right?
you were Castle Mock too. He had some good lines.
Yeah, I guess like I didn't think about like because again, like Elena wasn't really the threat. She was just like leverage to raise the stakes. So outside of like, yeah, just even the whole time, like I don't know. Yeah, I guess I never really thought about how much like you didn't really have much of a role to play, I guess, in the last 3 episodes, other than just facilitating the tension between us.
You guys were the conflict. Like it wasn't like aha, now I unveil my big villain and blah 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 blah. That's like you guys were the conflict. You were the characters. You were the conflict. There wasn't, not Lena. Sorry, I did not mean to make their names similar, but I did. Elena and Lena.
It's okay. We had Groobles and Gibbles and...
All right, I'm bad at naming. I get it, Elizabeth. Let's just point out all the DM's flaws. All right. Yeah, no, like she was just a set piece, right? Like she was setting. She wasn't like she was just there. I just had to help facilitate.
I think it is funny though that I know where you're coming from, but saying that Elena wasn't threat, bro, she dropped Mock, the mother, and you. She was a threat. She killed everyone.
Well, sure.
I know on the grand scale, but I'm also thinking to myself like, nah, she dropped like half the people.
But I guess like even that, like it never. Well, I mean, technically, she sent us somewhere to fight ghosts of shadows that fucked us up. Mm-hmm. But like she like as when I was playing, I definitely felt like I was in Vincent, like I was sexually and mentally in Vincent. Okay. It came out as in Vincent, and I meant to like say like in character as Vincent, but like. I never felt like Elena was a real threat. Like, if it wasn't for Lena being there, I was like, oh, we could just kill her at any point in time. It wouldn't be a big deal. But because I was also like juggling having to deal with Lena, that's where the threat came from.
I have a question after we finish up all these favorite parts.
What was your favorite part, Elizabeth?
Of the 3-part finale? Because I actually have a bullet point of each part.
Okay, we could do that. That's fine.
So, like, part 1, I felt like each part like really like fed into like the next one really well. Like part 1 really fed into part 2. Like in part 2 is like
a continuation.
Would you say Elizabeth the continuation? Yeah. Would you say it was a continuation?
You could say that it was a continuation.
Oh my god.
But so my favorite part of 31 part 1, I enjoyed as a listener Willow's neutrality. I myself as a player thought I would be fighting the brothers, and I know that it like I was afraid that it would come across as me trying to do that classic thing of going, oh well, like I'm not gonna hurt someone because like that's not what my character would do. Like I didn't want to come across as that way, but I was genuinely like, okay, so I have this stone that I'm trying to protect, and I'm not being technically ordered to do anything other than that. So I felt like Willow's neutrality came across really well.
No, I agree.
My next favorite part about that part 1.
Can I just, I think it was needed too.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, like I think that if you immediately start attacking the brothers, then that removes Vincent's ability to try and juggle Lena and Elena. And I think that is way more interesting in my opinion than fighting Willow. So...
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was really good.
I'm glad that you agree. My next favorite part about that of part 1 was how Vincent's concern about Lena being a threat finally came to a head. Like it was very evident kind of from the death of the father. Vincent had always been kind of concerned about Lena, but it finally started to like, influence your decision making in that part.
I think it goes further back than that. I think the boat when the pillar of flame, I think is when Vincent's concern really.
I think that's when Vincent found out. Started.
I will say that, and I don't know if because I know that you wanted things to happen a little differently, Josh.
Okay.
In the moment, but I like. As Vincent, I would have killed myself to not let Lena touch that stone.
So this really, we're brushing up so close to my question. I don't want to like interrupt you.
Part 2, my favorite was how motivations and morals get all discombobulated, who's like literally Cassif Mock's like confusion was the perfect like way to articulate my favorite part. It's like, okay, who's versus who? Like, oh, is it the brothers versus Willow? Is it the brothers versus Elena? Is it Willow versus Elena now? Is it Kellen versus Willow? Like, it was fun. It's kind of like that classic, like,
Yeah, Mexican standoff.
Yeah,
kind of
everybody's
thing.
pointing a gun at everybody, and
Yeah.
then like they switch, and yeah.
Vincent's pointing guns at himself for some reason.
Yeah. So that was my favorite part about part 2. And then my favorite part about part 3, I mean, I really, really, really liked part 3. It's hard to pinpoint my favorite, but I did like how we kind of closed everything up, put a cute little bow on it, but we did leave it open for a possible season 2 for it.
I want to know your guys' thoughts on this because I went back and forth on this and I moved it multiple times. So I put the outro or the season 1 song just in full without me talking over it.
I loved it.
I love that as well.
almost put it right after Willow and Groobles walk off, and then afterward would have been the scene with them back in the manor. It felt a little disconjointed, but I don't know. It's a little Easter egg. I almost went with that.
I like how it ended up.
I do too. I think it's really good. It's just, that was my first draft of it. Was that way?
I see arguments for both, but I think ending the campaign the way the campaign started in Gearsworth's
office was really good.
Was just like the book, the chapter is closing.
Yeah, it was really good. And I also kind of like the implication that like seemingly it doesn't seem like Vincent changed that much, even though we know that he has.
Mm-hmm.
But he's still Vincent at the end of the day. And like character arcs don't have to be this grand, like changing of a personality. But I agree that it was a very like, to me at least, it felt very satisfying and like very. Go ahead.
I just really liked the ending, just because outwardly it's the exact same, like if this was a movie or whatever, right? Like, and the camera is like, and you're on the set. It's the exact same shot. Like what's happening in Kellen's head isn't being shown outwardly. Yeah. So it's literally Kellen sitting in the chair reading his book, just like he was in the first episode, and Vincent being so over the top.
Yeah.
It's just so, I don't know. I loved it.
Well, I was going to say my favorite part of the finale of all 3 of it was, to me at least, how visual it felt. More cinematic, as you just used, like a movie. Like parts of it I literally have pictured in my head multiple times, such as like Kellen standing up after he gets thrown through the table and burning it away behind him is the coolest fucking thing in my head. Or like him ripping open Willow's chest to try to get the stone is legitimately one of my favorite moments in any D&D thing we've ever played. Or even like probably my favorite part of the entire 3 episodes is at the very end when Vincent and Kellen are approaching Willow in the woods, and Willow says very quietly, "Pose no threat and I'll do no harm," or I think that's exactly what you say. And it's like everybody being at their like final like inability to do any more than they've already done is just so like visual that like I don't know. I've never been in a moment more than I was in those 3 episodes, like the whole time throughout it. My favorite moment is getting to hit the spear 3 times. 2 or 3 times and it working every time exactly how I wanted it to work was my favorite.
Honestly,
my favorite
spearing
thing.
is like a really good move in D&D. Like there's so much opportunity for it to look and come across really cool. Even if you fail it, it's honestly I'm going to make the argument that it's the perfect D&D move, because even if you fail and you land flat on your face, like,
well, as soon as you said that the suit was Shadow, I was like, oh, this is perfect. And then as soon as Kellen got a hold of Willow's chest plate to start ripping it off, I was like, I know exactly how I'm getting this motherfucker off of there. So I don't know. It was just super visual, and it was very, I don't know, everybody did a really good job of creating a very, very conducive storytelling environment. And I do agree, like the final scene of like, if it were a movie, you know, same exact, like it would have been shot on the same day because it's the same exact scene. But then the cutaway to being inside the room that we know is an ominous place instead of Kellen's head to be what you fade to black on is like, it's such a great cliffhanger.
It's so I've been seeing on TikTok recently the old like 90s before like end credit scenes were a thing, and they do it with the What I've Done song from Linkin Park, and it's like the main hero, like he lost his powers like in a major sacrifice or whatever, but at the end of the movie it shows him like he still has his power. He moves like a glass across the wall or something, and like to me it's just really funny that because it's the same kind of situation where everything is appearing normal, it's all wrapped up, but then oh wait,
yeah, there's still a looming threat. Yeah,
like is Kellen after that moment, or has Lena taken over? Because she says we're gonna do things my way now. So like we don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. Drew doesn't know.
What's your question, Josh?
My question is
about 8.5
every time. My
Jesus
question.
Christ!
Sorry, it's all I can think about now.
Yeah, it's huge.
It's almost too much.
So,
My question is, Vincent was trying to play the neutral line as hard as he possibly could, right? Where like he doesn't want Lena to have the stone, but he doesn't want. He's like, I guess my question is, how far would Vincent have gone?
like I said earlier,
Would Vincent have killed Kellen?
I think Vincent would not have been able to kill Lena, but he would have absolutely killed himself trying. Because to me, as Vincent, if Lena gets a hold of that stone, she will kill Kellen. I have no reason to believe otherwise, that she is not going to harm Kellen, do whatever she needs to do to complete whatever her goals are. And Kellen is literally a meat suit that she's stuck in. Why would she have any sort of regards for Kellen?
I think that is fair. And I think that
and then
Kellen has a different perspective just because of the years that
you have a connection to her
with Lena.
But as Vincent, my thought process is, if Lena gets the stone, not only am I going to lose my brother, but now there's a devil with this obvious source of intense power that they're going to use to do more awful bad shit, as opposed to, on the other side, Elena, who is just a person.
So following up from that, if Kellen and Willow had gotten really deep into fighting and Willow was about to kill Kellen, how would Vincent have reacted? Or I guess the follow up to that is, would Willow have killed Kellen?
Probably more than likely.
Is that because of the base directive, or is that because of that's just what Willow would have done?
Yes.
I mean,
yes
great,
to the first.
Great question.
Yeah, column A. I.
Although I would argue though, because we have touched on this a couple of times, that Willow was learning a lot of her mannerisms from
Vincent and
the
Kellen.
Greybanes,
Yeah.
and the Greybanes would totally kill somebody to get what they want.
Oh yeah.
So Willow, whereas it's Willow's prime directive, yes, it's also ingrained into Willow, who is learning social skills and acceptable things from these people she's traveling around with.
She's learning how to be a murder hobo.
And she's basically like, this is a threat. This is what I've learned we do. We put threats down.
So to answer your question about Vincent,
I have another follow up to the follow up.
I don't know, because it's very hard to play what ifs, because Vincent would do anything to keep Lena from the stone. My initial knee-jerk reaction was that if Kellen was dead, Lena was no longer a problem and we can figure out how to bring Kellen back. We've done it before. But I don't think in that moment I probably would have tried to talk Willow down and restrain Kellen somehow. Now, obviously, that I don't know how I would do that, and that would also depend on if Elena was still up, because if I was having to deal with that as well, I don't know that there would be anything I could do to stop it. But I think in the moment, I would probably let Willow take as much out of Lena as possible and then talk her down.
So I asked the question to myself also, is what if Kellen would have killed Willow, or if Lena would have killed Willow? And in my perspective...
My first initial gut reaction is I don't think that could have ever happened.
Well, true. Because of the full health.
Your AC is way too low.
And it is, but
And you can't hit 2 other blocks.
okay. But anyways, but I guess like from my perspective, like yes, Lena was controlling me, and I had control like of my character in that final battle. I was never so much trying to end Willow as much as just like get the stone. And I think that if I had if that goal had been, if I had succeeded at that goal and got the stone, Kellen would not have killed Willow. But I guess I don't know what Lena would have done. So I don't know. I just think it's just interesting scenarios
So yeah, I mean, so basically,
to see how far
How-
each
Yeah,
character
people would go. Yeah.
so it basically all kind of just would depend on at that point in time. I feel like Lena, if Lena were to have completed her objective, and she had the stone, right? She acquired the stone. She got the power of the stone. I feel like at that point in time, other people were no longer concerned to her. So like, I wouldn't say that she would like initially be like, yeah, now I get to kill Willow because I was fighting her. I think she'd literally be like, Willow's nothing to me. But I feel like Willow would have still attacked her trying to get the stone back. And if she's annoying, then she just would
But
have.
in the same breath, Lena was also very weak.
That's
So she also couldn't just like fire, explode, kill everybody as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously she should have had the stone, but I imagine it would like, it's not like she just eats the stone. Like I'm sure
Yeah.
there's some sort of process or
Yeah.
something there, you know, but yeah, I don't know. Cause
what ifs are hard, but I personally just like what ifs because I like fan fiction, so I like knowing how different perspectives and how things play out, like just seeing other people's takes on things. So like when I'm listening to the episode or when I was listening to the finale, that's all I was thinking about. Like, well, what if the battle would have went a different way? How far would Vincent have gone? Like, would Vincent have killed his brother? Because then I think there's like poetry or like it's very poetic also, as that like Kellen is in the situation that he's in to save Vincent's life, but then Vincent ends Kellen's life to, you know what I mean? Like all the different intricacies are just interesting
Sure.
to me.
yeah, I don't know. Cause like,
Not saying that I prefer things to play out a different way. I love how everything played out, but these are just things I think about.
sure. Yeah. No, I don't know. Cause like, again, I was so in the moment and reacting to things as they happened that it is harder for me to do what ifs because I can't go back to being in the moment and like I'm post reacting to it. And it's like, well, I don't know. I don't know because like, is Elena still up? Do I still have my sword? Do, you know, all of these different things that could have happened. So
Yeah, did I leave the garage door open?
yeah. Does the oven still on? I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. It was, again, the stakes were so high that it feels like if like anything had gone differently, it could have gone catastrophic. And that's like walking that tightrope. And I'm going to like pat all of us on the back here was very, very well done of keeping the stakes as high as possible, but having the like, I mean, at the end of the day, we beat the bad guy. Like, I mean, Lena's still around, but we beat the bad guy and nobody died, you know. Cass and Mom didn't die. You didn't die. Willow didn't die.
Elena did.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Is like we beat the bad guy.
Oh, she's
so,
dead.
Yeah. So, yeah, no. It's very like, and even then, that still doesn't feel super satisfying in the sense of like, yeah, there is still this question of like, what's happening with Lena? Like, you know, is Vincent drinking? What happened to his dog? You know, all these questions that we've been wondering since the end of the season.
So speaking of like, and that's another thing that I really like. I really feel like you all had, because how we kind of like split it up. We kind of split up in like arcs, right? There was the pirate arc, the Vincent arc.
Yeah.
You know,
He did air quotes again.
and then, yeah, I do air quotes a lot. And then there's the, you know, then Kellen had his arc, and then Willow's arc was like the final arc. But like you guys kind of all wrapped up really well in the last story. So my question to you guys is one thing that's really hard, and it's easier with a group of like only 3 people, but like as you get bigger groups and just in general in D&D, it's really hard to give everybody quote unquote screen time. How do you guys all feel about how much screen time your characters got during the campaign? And was there anything that you're like, damn, I really wanted this for my character. I really tried to drop these hints for Drew, and I just completely fucking blindside missed it. And it's like, no, fuck that character. They don't get to do anything.
I want to start this because I was actually talking to Elizabeth about this, I think literally yesterday, of like, and maybe you guys might disagree, but like Vincent's arc had literally nothing to do with the story, unlike the Willow and Kellen's, other than just setting up Vincent as being emotionally immature and like incapable of sometimes making the right decision when it matters, which does come into play in the finale. But I legitimately enjoy, and I'm going to do air quotes, playing the support character so much because it feels the most satisfying to me. Because at the end of the day, I got put in the position as the support character to try and balance Helen and Lena and Willow, who are these big supernovas at any point in time could explode and kill us all. And that to me felt so satisfying. So to answer your question, no, I mean, I talk the most probably in the podcast if we went back and did, talking by minute, but that's just because I talk a lot. But as far as Vincent goes, no, I think that everything that happened with Vincent was perfect, and I don't think he needed. I mean, he probably needed less, but I don't think that he needed any more or any less, in my personal opinion. So
I'll let you go. I'm still thinking.
Josh is about to hit me with so much shit that I did wrong.
No.
He's like, "You're bad at your job. Get out of here."
I think that I was going to say the only thing that I can think of is I kind of wish there were a few more breadcrumbs to my backstory sprinkled in. At the beginning, we dealt with the rattle a little bit.
I thought that too. I was like, there's a few things that I let slide a little bit.
But I feel like my caveat.
I didn't even realize that the rattle that we have with Silas is the one from your thing in the beginning. I just realized that now.
Oh,
You didn't realize it was the baby rattle?
No, I knew it was a baby rattle, but I didn't ever, I'm literally just now putting that
She
they were...
went-
You just thought I always had it?
No, I was just like, oh, this is just a random rattle from when she was a baby, but that also doesn't make sense because was never a baby.
Yeah,
I was
and
never a baby.
Yeah, and that's actually something I did think about. Is I was like, I wish I'd sprinkled some more of those in there, because on that one you went out of your way to seek out, and I was like, and as Jim, I should put more of those in front of you as incentive, as opposed to just putting it on you to seek them out.
My caveat to that, though, is I feel like we were still able to address those things through our death save flashbacks.
Yeah.
So
I think those were a really good idea.
I felt like, so I'm like, oh yeah, I kind of wish that I had a little bit more sprinkled in. But honestly, I feel like we covered, we are able to basically draw out an entire timeline for Willow at from the start of the campaign season to the end. We can draw out a timeline, and I'm fine with that.
And I think that for me, when I was listening to it, there's something I don't know. I keep saying cinematic or movie-esque or whatever, but I feel like there's something where we don't know much about this character, and then it all gets revealed at the end in your moment. We learn everything we need to know about Willow when Willow is the pivotal character.
Well, I was going to say it is kind of hard to reveal your backstory because it is the mystery that we're trying to solve. I agree with you that I do think there could have been more hints to it, but your backstory was the mystery that we were trying to solve.
Was it?
Yeah. If we had found out about Elena.
Again, I'm going to bring up what Drew brought up at one point in I think it was when we first meet Cass of Mock. He's like, you guys have been traveling with her and you don't know anything about her?
Well, sure, but if we would
that was
you didn't have any memories, so we couldn't have asked you anything.
But you didn't even know that I had missing memories.
Sure, and I think that's fair, but we also didn't know that you had any relation other than the Saloon thing.
Sure.
We're not good investigators.
No, I just mean y'all, your characters never took an interest in Willow's backstory past her involvement in the investigation.
Yeah. He did in Act 3 when they're like, wait, what if Willow was chosen by them all along?
Yeah.
Well, no, and I think that's fair, but I also think that's who Vincent is. That was Vincent's story as well.
I have a 1 in investigation, okay?
Yeah.
But yeah. But that is something that I thought we should put more, as there's, I could have sprinkled a few more in.
Yeah.
So, I guess, the first thing that comes out, what?
Go ahead.
No, the first thing that I think of is I wish that we would have my initial reaction is that I wish there had been a resolution between Lena and Kellen, because I guess going into this, I thought it was going to be a closed-in campaign and like not leaving it up for a second season or if we choose to do a second season. And I completely changed my mind about that. I think it's great to have that threat still out there. I think that the one thing I like wish could have been done differently, but I don't think I think the way it was done works out the best is I just wish that like Quinn wouldn't have died. Like the last person to like see some glimpse of like Kellen is not a bad person is taken away. Mm-hmm. But it also is because of my stupidity, because I tried to turn myself in and like admit to the murders. And of course, like the devil isn't going to want to be imprisoned and captured.
And that's the thing. Like another thing I was trying to put across is like, because you also, that kind of just harkens back to like your guys' whole backstory where like your father made a bad deal to save his son, right? Mm-hmm. Cost him his other son. You made a bad deal to save your brother at the very beginning of the campaign. That's why she was able to kill him, is because you promised her unrelated control for 90 seconds. So you gave her that like power. Yeah. So
I didn't even think about that parallel. That's really
well. Even like to take the parallel further, like even at the end of the campaign when Lena's in full control, like when I say Vincent would kill himself to stop Lena, like that's not because he doesn't like Kellen. That's because he knows there's good in Kellen. Like, I don't know. Like, I think that Lena flexing there is very important.
But
I definitely see what you're saying. Yeah.
I agree. Like I said, I think that the way it happened is the best way for it to have happened. Is just like,
what could have been? Yeah.
Again, it's the what if scenario. It's like Quinn is the person.
We'll do swap what if.
Yeah.
Lego swap what if.
So we've just been talking about the finale and not really. Oh, I guess we've kind of talked about.
What was your favorite part in the whole season? Yeah, pick one. I don't want to hear three. I want to hear one. Favorite part in the whole season.
Oh my God, I don't know.
Horse parking.
No.
Good callback.
It's got to be something that Willow has done, and I know I've talked about it as swap meet as like one of my favorite parts, and I can't think of it. I want to say it's what is she? Quiet Bill. I think it's maybe the favorite part.
Oh, the good cop, bad cop skits.
Literally, I almost counted you down with me. Like, I think we have the same one. 3, 2, 1, go. But yeah.
I genuinely like
good cop, bad cop skits. Like all of them that were just fucking like the best things.
It's not my favorite, like, of the whole thing, but literally anytime Vincent and Willow's energy together, because it is just little kid energy. Because Willow doesn't know what she's doing, and Vincent's a piece of shit who is like wants to just be a little kid, and that energy coming through every time to create chaos and mayhem was just so fun to, because like I would literally just shut my brain off and just be like, okay, what's the stupidest thing that we could do here?
Blimothy.
Yeah, like Blimothy, or like hiding under her dress, or like
so stupid.
Oh my God, yeah, it was just that whole like, it's great. I also like from here have my favorite line from the whole thing. I have one person had my favorite line, and it was you, Derek. And it was so quiet and nobody even paid attention to it. It was from episode, while I was reviewing these to do like these swap meets we were talking about recording tonight. It was from episode 26. I don't remember how far back we had to go for this thing, right? So it was from episode 26 at the very beginning, like under your breath, you say, I have all the power in this podcast. You like whisper it to yourself about it while they're talking about something. You're like, I have all the power in this podcast. And just like how funny it was. It's like so quiet and muted, and it was just you talking to yourself into the mic. And I was like, fucking love it. Like, it was my favorite moment, my favorite line that made it into the podcast.
I do. I control all of you as the editor.
I know, and it's fucking awesome. I was like, and it's so true. He edits it. He names the episodes. He does the social. Like, he's like,
I've cut together an audio clip of Josh confessing to doing 9/11 that I have on standby in case we need it.
Okay. What's your favorite part?
Elizabeth, you go first. Do you have one?
Yeah. Oh gosh.
The only person who came to this tonight with a page full of notes
is the note taker.
I mean, we have. So I feel like this campaign can really be summed up in 2 parts. Pre-Groobles
It's PG and
And
PG.
post Groobles.
PG. We're in the PG era, the PG era.
No, the good cop,
God.
bad cop bits were fun. I think, honestly, I will say as a listener, like when I go back and listen, because I think I say this in the other swap meets, so this first time regular listeners are hearing it here, I genuinely do kind of forget about the episodes after we record them, and when I go back and listen to them, I kind of forget that it's us, and so I feel like I'm listening to one of my regular actual play D&D podcasts, because I do listen to quite a few. And as a listener, I think that we do combat really well. It's a very good mix, a healthy mix of like crunchy rules stuff, but also I feel like we mix in a lot of like narrative descriptions in there too. So I personally really like how we do combat throughout the whole campaign. I don't think at one point, and granted, Derek does a very good job of editing them. So super kudos to you.
Guys, don't wear your arms out jerking me off, okay?
Oh, mine's coming.
But
I got my mouth as a backup.
I do enjoy listening to our combats, because combat can be a huge slog, and listening to anybody do combat can be a slog, but I feel like we do it pretty well. So that's like my kind of overall. And then again, good cop, gooder cop, and Mr. Groobles, I think, are kind of my big ones.
Mr. Groobles is such a wild NPC for like
He's just a little guy.
It is like, I don't know, like the whole podcast is a straight man, and then out of nowhere you have this little fucking Muppet that comes in to play the comedy relief, and it's really good. When did he first come in?
It's not the NPC that you guys
It's after
deserve, but it is the one you guys
Edward
need.
died.
He comes in right after Edward dies. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what my exact favorite part is, but this is something I think we've talked about before of like, and this is going to sound like I'm jerking myself off now, so just bear with me. In our regular D&D games, before we even started to record, I have had flashes of maybe some of the funniest things I've ever said in my entire life. And I don't know how it happens. I can't make it happen, but I legitimately just black out and just end up taking over a whole session. And this has happened a couple of times. There was a time where I stepped on a dragon because it was his kink. There was a time where I was a lawyer as a stupid redneck. That was very funny. And there was a time where I, Ocean's 11 myself into fucking a spider and gave birth to a changeling race of spiders. And it's not funny unless you're there to listen to it. But the closest I got to that in this entire campaign was the Blemithy, with Willow going in undercover into the bar. And that does have to be my favorite comedic moment of the whole podcast, just because it's Willow's or Elizabeth's perfect delivery of Quiet Bill is literally my exact type of top tier A+ comedy that every time I listen to it, it hits, and it hits the hardest it's hit ever. So yeah, that's my favorite comedic bit. I don't know what my favorite overall moment of the podcast would be. I'd have to think about it more because there's so many great ones. Kellen's despair in the cell when he can't get out is very funny. Oh, Kellen's despair just the whole time is
Nobody does despair as good as Josh.
Yeah, nobody
despairs as good as Josh.
Okay, and I feel really bad because in the finale, well, maybe it just plays to it really well in the most recent episode where I am on the floor away from the microphone.
No, that was very funny.
Fetal
Barely
positions.
hear me.
Yeah.
No, it was very funny. Yeah, I don't know. I guess emotional bits. I think that losing Edward was those two episodes, Stupid Wizards, Actual People episodes were my favorite overall episodes. I think the Greybane arc was my favorite by far because I think it was just very, very, very good. And then I enjoyed everything that we did with Cavor as well. I thought that was also very fun to be emotional. And again, I think I've said this on many swap meets, but if we made you cry, let me know because that's all I want is somebody to tell me that I made them cry. So What was your favorite overall one episode? If you had to pick one episode.
Bro, I gotta look at the list here.
Oof.
Also, while you're looking, think of what your favorite title is.
Yeah. I have another question too. Also,
Mine's What We Don't Know in the Shadows, which was originally a different name that I can't remember. And then I think it's episode 4, What We Don't Know in the Shadows. And it was a different name. And then we were watching What We Do in the Shadows. And I was like, oh, the episode where Kellen realizes that the moon was casting the shadow the whole time. I was like, oh, What We Don't Know in the Shadows is a very good title.
That's the lowest point for me. Okay. My favorite episode title. It might be a little bit of a cop out here.
I got it.
But 23 and 24, Stupid Wizard, and then Actual People, it blew me away because of how it worked so well.
It was pretty good.
It worked so well. Other than that, I don't know. I was scrolling through here, and the first one the one that made me chuckle was Adventure.
Yeah, Adventure. That's the one that I was gonna. All Cops Are Bagsby is pretty funny too.
This kind of goes into something I was going to say towards the end of when we're wrapping this up, but I just really want to give a shout out and just a good solid clap to Derek for coming up for phenomenal episode titles every single time. It was just a banger after banger. And you didn't ask, I think maybe once or twice you asked for
There were a couple times. Like the Homecoming one, I struggled with so hard because I didn't like just calling it Homecoming. I wanted to go with Vincent or Kellen Greybane or Gray Man or something, like some Spider-Man pun. I can't even remember what it was, but because Spider-Man Homecoming.
Oh, yeah.
And eventually settled on Homecoming.
It's just, literally just every episode is just the title is just so good.
You guys are all wrong on your favorite title, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The best title is titled 2023 Halloween Special Part 1. No Russian.
This is a pretty good one.
But best episode, Stupid Wizard.
Yeah.
Best title.
I feel like there was a lot on the line for those episodes. The delivery, I feel like there was a lot on the line. And that makes it seem like it was scripted and it wasn't. But those are episodes that we knew we were coming into, and it was did we pay it off? Did this pay off, kind of thing?
Yeah, that, and that's the whole thing. We call it an improv. It is an improv podcast. There is not we make this up as we go.
Yeah.
I actually have a question for you about that.
Mm-hmm.
What prompted the inspiration for this campaign setting and the storyline?
Baldur's Gate 3.
First of all, fuck you. There are similarities.
I know it's not.
There are similarities with Baldur's Gate. Listen, we started this and I did the basics of this before I ever played Baldur's Gate. So it's a fucking coincidence. I was literally we were talking about when we first started the podcast. I'm like, all right, so what's something that we could do? And I was looking through D&D monsters, D&D gods, or whatever. And then I remember we were talking about the characters and whatnot. And they were like, oh, we want to be Monster Hunter Brothers. I'm like, cool. And then Willow had a huge inspiration on the overall story. Just because I want to be this porcelain marionette Warforged thing. And I was like, okay. And I'm looking through monsters, gods, like that. And it's a picture of... I'm pulling this through, just going through D&D wiki pages and whatnot, and Shar comes up. And Shar is this dark goddess of secrets with a porcelain mask on. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. So I look.
That is true, yeah.
And I look into her lore, and I'm like, oh, she's a polar opposite, other side of the coin of Saloon, which might actually be Saloon A.
It's Saloon A.
I'm probably pronouncing it the whole time.
I don't know. I like Saloon.
I
just don't put the chica over it.
Dude, I don't fucking.
Yeah, Saloon.
Whatever. I don't speak fucking whatever language that is. All right.
Dutch.
Hey, listen. I'm
a
Midwestern American boy, right? Y'all listen here. Now, so I saw, I was like, oh, that's cool. It's juxtaposition of light, dark, all that kind of stuff. And then, so I just kind of okay, what can we do with this kind of things? And that's where I okay, well, it's going to be involving these two gods, kind of a battle between these two gods, right? That's how we're going to go with it. And then from there, it's this is as far as my thought process went when I initially came up with the story. I just randomly made a map in a map maker, just fooling around with it. It's I'm going to name it this, and I'm going to do this. That's how I came up with the towns and whatnot. that was just like random. I like to make maps on my spare time for no reason. But like for the story, Elizabeth's like, Willow, she doesn't really know what she's doing, but she's supposed to be protecting something. She's like a guardian who doesn't have a purpose anymore, but she originally was made to protect something. I'm like, okay, that's cool. And I'm like, all right, this is as far as my story got at the very beginning. I'm like, Willow has magic rock. Char want magic rock.
That's really good.
Boom. That's the start of my story, right?
Yeah.
And then from there, I just let it develop as you guys built stuff.
So
right?
DMs out there, storytellers, think of a really fucking good MacGuffin. Because if you get a good MacGuffin, the rest of the story is sold for you.
Yeah. So it's literally like, oh, she's protecting something. Magic rock.
Yeah.
That's it.
Boom. Done. And then we built it out from there, right?
Yeah.
And like, speaking of like, it is all improv. Like, I know you two work together to create your characters. I had no clue that you guys were going for a supernatural thing until like the very, like maybe the day before we were supposed to record.
So it's funny. It was like work together for our characters was literally like
We're just brothers.
5 messages
like
back and
Monster
forth. They're like,
Hunters.
hey, you want to be brothers? And we're like, yeah. Monster hunting? Cool. And then it wasn't until after we'd already come up with that concept, it was like, this is kind of like Sam and Dean.
We'll talk about this later when we do a special Elizabeth's Corner about season 2, but it's kind of something happened with the same thing in season 2 as well. Okay, so I did find it. So the shortest episode was episode 23, Stupid Wizard, at 39 minutes. And that's the episode where Edward gives up his life to save Kellen. The longest episode at an hour and 43 minutes is A Born Identity, which I think is probably a 2-parter for us because the first half is when we're dealing with Silas, I think still, or maybe not. The second half is when we go to Char's Temple with Mr. Groobles, where he teleports us in the bag of holding to the Char's Temple. I can't remember. But I distinctly remember there being like 2 halves, and I feel like what's happening.
No, the Willow's Choice is where you guys go to the dungeon, right?
No, oh yeah. In this week, we deal with Silas and Tabitha. Oh yeah, this is the
Oh,
fight
no,
with
you're right,
Silas at Tabitha's place. I forgot what that town was.
Oh no, because this is where we still have Silas and Tabitha in
The
Ray's
basement.
basement.
This is Ray's basement.
Yeah, so we kill Silas, take Tabitha back home, and then go to with Mr. Groobles. So like
That was the longest episode.
Yeah, the first half of the episode is us dealing with Silas.
Actually, I think this is going to be the longest episode, right? What do we
Yeah,
got right now?
well, no, not really. We're only an hour in.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Feels like it's been
Which
talking
is
longer.
pretty good for going over a campaign.
I mean, it's a whole season. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like 2 halves. The first half being the Silas stuff. The second half being going to Char's Temple kind of stuff. So funnily enough, it's only a minute longer than the other 2 longest episodes, which are an hour and 41 minutes, which are the Christmas Carol special. And
I love that. That was a great special.
the Sea Wraith, which is the
that one's also good.
the penultimate episode to the pirate arc. So it's right.
Was that the one with the letter?
It's the one right after Cave War.
Oh,
So yeah. I don't remember exactly what happens in it, but it's the one where
I blow up 2 ships.
Yeah, you blow up 2 ships, and then we have a good time. Also, okay, maybe my favorite moment of the whole season was when Kruk walks in, or when Edward brings Crux in.
You so hard.
Like, it legitimately was so fucking good that like I inspire for media to subvert my expectations that fucking well, because it was genuinely not done to just jerk me off. It was done because it was like it should have been done that way.
Because who did you think it was? It was
Silas or
Tabitha, right?
Yeah, like I
Mock
was like,
just comes in with
which also doesn't make sense. Like that would be the shit way to subvert expectations. Instead,
It was your dad, not Mock.
it was
Yeah, it was Edward.
it was our dad.
Is,
Yeah.
is
It was
their
your
dad.
dad.
Yeah. Anyways, so just little facts for you. I was gonna add up the whole entire runtime. I think it's something like 33 hours or something for the entire season.
That's awesome.
I think it was average like an hour an episode or something like that. Actually, technically, our longest episode is the live one we did at CantCon, but
That's a one-off. Live.
yeah, it was live.
And that one was
So,
trash, anyways.
Yeah, but
It wasn't trash. It was good.
yeah, I enjoyed it.
I had a good time. I got to pretend that Derek was my husband, so I was
That was funny.
Speaking of subverting expectations,
At the very end, so
I was happy
stupid.
about it. You know.
What? And this is, I don't know if this is a good question or not, but like, what was your favorite part of playing your character in the campaign? Like, what's the thing
Well, you
that you
see,
take away?
all of my character.
Mr. Groobles.
All right. Well, since I am not involved in this, I'm not going to drink.
All right. Willow, do you have an answer?
My favorite part about playing Willow.
Yeah.
I think, honestly, like my quips, like my little one-liners. Like I'll just.
I think that comes from the naivety that you get to play though as Willow.
Yeah, like well, that's the thing too. It's like she's a Warforged, and a lot of like Warforges are like
Warforged.
Yeah, they don't.
That's so stupid.
But like a lot of Warforges, like I feel like a stereotypical. A lot of Warforged tend to be very like confused about the human emotions, and I was like, okay, cool. I could. That's a good way to do it, and it's like, but how could I do this but cuter?
It was very cute.
And I don't know. Yeah, I liked my little one-liners, especially the ones where she was confused about something or whatever. But yeah, because I forget, and then when I go back and listen, I'm just like, oh my god, that's so funny. Or
it makes me think of her trying. I don't remember what town we were in, but her trying to open the door to the Adventurers Guild, and she like ends up nailing it shut more.
I just remembered. I think maybe I have to add it to like one of my favorite things that happened in the season was Willow learning the concept of lying.
Yeah, her multiple times like almost fucking up your lie.
Yeah.
I think my favorite part about playing Vincent was, like I said, I enjoy playing like the support type character. Like, I don't know, Vincent wasn't very complicated to play, but I think as we like kind of Elizabeth pointed out, it was because I was basically just playing like the gayer, piratey version of myself. So I didn't have to think very much to play Vincent, which I think is why I ended up using just my normal talking voice. But yeah, I don't know. It's just very easy to play. And again, like I got to play somebody that was a little bit morally complicated, like a real person is, and like, you know, make decisions that I think were sometimes stupid and convoluted, and they didn't have to make sense because he's kind of a stupid and convoluted person.
I think my favorite thing for as playing as Kellen is just that, not that he's like, I get like that he's just a tragic character, but I think it's more that like he's a good guy, wants to be a good guy, but just can't be, like through outside like forces and like machinations. I feel like I don't know. It's just constantly like wanting to do the right thing, but it ending up being the wrong thing. And I guess that's just tragic character. But
Drew, if you could have done anything differently, what would you have done?
Oh, I like that question.
Would have got different people to be on the podcast. Just one of us. It would have been me. I'll leave now.
No, I mean,
or is there anything that you regret
Can I answer
not
this for you?
doing?
yeah, what's up?
That I could have done a Transformer noise.
Yes, I would have loved Josh to be better at sound effects. See,
or anything you regret doing.
There's nothing that I think that I like super. I said we talked a little bit about it. Like, there's a few things I could have done a little bit more with each of your characters. To be honest, right? We could have dived a little bit more in each of them. But you know, those are things you think have to affect. I'm really big on like, and I don't have any specific examples, but this happens to me all the time where like something will happen and I'm like, oh, I was extremely happy everything turned out. But there was always moments where I was like, oh, I could have done it this way, and that probably would have been a little bit cooler.
Like 2 days later when
like
you're in the shower.
I had like an idea. I'm like, oh my god, this would have been amazing.
Yeah.
That was like a week ago. Doesn't matter now. Like this little things like that. But I feel like everything, like that was the whole. I didn't know what to expect going into this. Like I knew we wanted it to be like improv, and I was like, listen, I'm gonna come up with the most basic bare bones shit that I can. We're gonna let them build out the story, and I think that you guys did a really good job. As I keep telling you. Yeah, everybody here, it's always funny. Everybody here is like, oh yeah, my favorite part is kind of when I did this. My favorite part's always like when you guys do stuff.
Well, you're also everything else.
Guys, like, because you guys were the story, and I just really enjoyed like just being along the journey with you, like being able, you know.
I 100% imagine that a lot of people's favorite part is Mr. Groobles. So
yeah.
Well, it's my son's favorite part, so you know that counts.
Gotta cater to the 2-year-old.
Yeah, I gotta cater to my 2-year-old son, who definitely should be listening to this. But
I was gonna say something, and then I had a. God damn it! I forgot literally everything that was inside of my brain. I had a question to kind of wrap it up and move on to Elizabeth's Corner, but now I can't remember what it was. It was a question for Drew.
Oh, also making fights funner. That's always like something I share with the GMs. Like fights get really slogged out. He said, and then you guys did a lot of cool things like keep them like a little more interesting. But like I'm always trying to find ways like what can I do to make this combat a little bit more interesting.
I think like
just because they are kind of sluggish, so adding like new mechanics, new things like that is always.
I think when you like wrap up a round, you kind of like yes, everybody's like, oh, and I do this with my sword, and I I think like after one round, like. Summarizing what happens in that 6-second time span is a really good way to like keep it moving, but also like keep it crunchy too.
Oh my God, Willow and Michael also just.
Oh yeah.
When Willow kills Michael and cuts his head off and takes his heart, I think, or something.
I actually really like the fights where Willow and Silas and Willow and Michael where they're going back and forth, not doing anything to each other, because it's so funny because it's so fucking boring, like. From mechanical standpoints,
it
like
sucks. Rolling well.
I miss. But and I think I've said this before in Swap Meets before, or even in the episodes. If you think about it in a real fight, that is an evenly matched fight.
Yeah, they're both just very skilled.
If you were watching the fight, like this is a fucking awesome fight.
Yeah.
Because you think about it, like think about your favorite fight scene in any movie where they're just going back and forth for like a fucking hour. On paper, that's boring as shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Pirates of
I
the
roll
Caribbean.
a 3 and I miss. I roll a 4 and I miss. And this is like it's like my AC is too high for that. So like on paper and like just listening to somebody talk about it, boring as shit. But if you have if you can just picture the fights in your mind, like that is a very good sword fight going on, but it's just like you can't tell. But that's what the description should be saying because they both can't fucking do anything to each other because they're both just too. It's not that they're both just inept; they're just both innately very good at what they're doing.
Drew, what was your favorite NPC not named Mr. Groobles?
So I really liked Cassiv a lot.
Yeah. I should have excluded Cassiv.
Just because he's really fun to play.
So
right?
cool.
He just really display over the top, like, oh, this guy's a badass. But favorite one to play though was probably your father, Edward.
He was you played Edward very well. You somehow channeled both mine and Kellen, my character and Josh's character perfectly into like it's like made sense, like, oh, this is why they are the way they are.
Yeah. So that was probably my favorite NPC like to play as.
Okay, I remember the question.
Okay.
Because I recently remastered episode 1, and it was very obvious how nervous everybody was doing this for the first time 1.5 years ago. I feel like listening to the final episode feels very natural doing it. Do you think we're going to be nervous starting again for season 2? Or do you feel like confident behind the mic?
I can say right now, you'll be fine. He's
pointing at me. He's pointing at Josh.
I think Elizabeth's going to be a little nervous at first. I just feel like because she's running it. But she's done the one-off, so maybe not. I'm coming at it from a character is different than coming at it from a GM, so I'm very nervous about it.
Yeah.
But I'm still kind of nervous on my regular episodes. Like on the big, like important episodes, like we get into like Super Wizards, we get into actual people, we get to those cave war, like all those kind of things. I was like, fuck. Like, I'm always like nervous, like, but I'm just a huge ball of anxiety all the time. So that's just me. But I feel like I know I'm going to be nervous just because it's a whole different perspective for me. I think Elizabeth might be, but I don't know. I'm not Elizabeth, so she's got that swagger that I don't got. So.
All right. We ready?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think it'll be nervous about recording. It's just, I think it'll be nervous about getting into the character. It's a new mindset.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I think
I just don't want to reveal my character yet. So.
I definitely think I'm gonna be nervous because, like, even though I have done like the one shots and stuff, handling a big major kind of arc is gonna be a lot. So just gotta put on my big brain pants and go into it.
Big brain pants?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was going to use this as a segue into a very special Elizabeth's Corner because, as you might have picked up by now, she's going to be GMing season 2. So I didn't know if you would like to start our Elizabeth's Corner, which we usually just talk about dumb shit like what's our favorite Star Wars movie or like our favorite pie. But we'll talk.
Are you calling Elizabeth's Corner dumb?
No, I'm talking
Empire Strikes Back, Strawberry Rhubarb.
I'm saying the shit we talk about is dumb because we're dumb. But
Yeah.
I think that we can use this time to have you introduce season 2.
Well, okay, hold on, because I've been trying to keep it very secret. So I'm gonna start it with an Elizabeth's Corner question and get your guys' feedback. What is your favorite urban fantasy story?
Oh yeah, this reminded me about.
Like,
the
I
thing
gotta look up
earlier.
what urban
That's
fantasy
not
means.
supernatural, because we do talk about that a lot. And
I
it's
mean, it
very
is
obvious.
supernatural is very much up there.
What is urban fantasy?
Buffy, Supernatural, Charmed.
Oh, it's so fucking hard.
The Jim Butcher. What did he do? The fucking.
Stranger Things could be considered an urban fantasy.
Oh, okay.
Oh, goddamn. I had an answer that popped in my brain, but then you said the word Buffy to me, and I'm like, fuck. Which one is it?
The Dresden Files.
That's what I was literally.
X-Files, too.
I was literally as soon as I urban fantasy, I'm like Dresden Files, and then like you're like, and it could be like Buffy. And I'm like, oh fuck, do I like Dresden Files more than I like Buffy? Probably not.
I only
probably
read
Buffy.
the first 3 Dresden Files.
It's probably Buffy and then Dresden Files.
Dresden Files was pretty good. The 3 that I read, I didn't read a lot.
I don't know, because like I know you said non-supernatural, but I genuinely think the 5th season of New Supernatural is maybe one of the best seasons of television ever made. Like the whole Lucifer thing is so
I'm
fucking
so
good.
sorry. I'm going to have to disagree with you, and not to get on a Star Wars tangent, but like Andor, Rebel?
No, that's fair, but I guess like I don't know, like the Lucifer thing is very, and I don't.
In terms of urban fantasy, it is very.
What's
very
his
good.
name? The actor who plays Lucifer.
Mark Pellegrino.
Yeah, Mark Pellegrino. That's like if I
He's
go to
very
hell
good.
and Lucifer isn't just Mark Pellegrino, I'm gonna be like, wow, this place fucking sucks, and that's probably what it'll be because hell's
also-
supposed to suck.
It's literally gonna be him for everybody but you.
That's your hell.
That's your hell.
Also, it could be Lucifer from the show Lucifer, and that would also be really good.
you're gonna-
I tried to watch Lucifer.
Yours is Gilbert
Oh,
Godfrey.
it's so good.
I think I watched the first like half of the first season.
Welcome to hell.
Oh, I freaking love the show Lucifer. It's very good.
Gilbert.
Urban fan. I mean,
I don't think like I've watched a lot of urban like I've seen bits and pieces
No,
of Buffy.
Derek's hell is that he actually goes to like it's like pearly white gates. It's like he's like, oh my god, this is perfect. He goes in, he's like, yes, I made it to heaven, and it's Donald Trump. Just like, that's the big man.
That's
up
my
there.
heaven.
That's your hell.
Welcome to heaven. It's a great place.
Oh dear.
The biggest pearly gates around. That's what they're saying.
oh, okay, maybe. I mean, I feel like it's got to be Buffy, but is Percy Jackson also considered urban fantasy a little bit?
Yeah, I would say so.
So I'd say Percy Jackson.
What about Harry Potter? Would that be urban fantasy?
It's fantasy. I don't think it's urban.
I looked up a list.
Do they go to London?
The best. This is the best urban fantasy TV shows ever. Number 1 is Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Duh.
Solid.
Number 2 is Supernatural.
Okay, yeah.
Number 3 is True Blood.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen True Blood.
The first
I didn't
couple
I
seasons
didn't
of
like
True
True
Blood
Blood.
are very good.
The 4th one is it looks like fucking Sleepy Hollow with Jared Leto. Teen Wolf, Hemlock Grove, Grimm, Penny Dreadful, American
Dreadful is
Horror
right. I always saw
Story
the first
Coven,
season.
and then Lost Girl.
American Horror Story Coven is good. I watched
I forgot about Penny Dreadful. Penny
Hemlock
Dreadful is
Grove.
good
I guess
though.
Vampire Diaries is also urban.
Keanu Reeves, Constantine.
Yep.
Keanu Reeves Constantine is incredible.
Oh, that's such a good one.
Shia LaBeouf is in that.
It is.
I always
It is.
forget.
Ash versus Evil Dead.
Oh, Ash vs. Evil Dead is incredible.
One of my
I just love Bruce Campbell though.
my
Like,
comfort
big-
show for a long time was iZombie. I do like iZombie a lot.
iZombie is very
Yeah,
good.
I think that one's good.
That's urban. Okay. I don't know what urban.
Good Omens is on this list. Stranger Things.
Stranger Things.
His
is
Dark
good.
Material. His list goes on for a while, but yeah, those are some good ones.
Top
I mean, I feel like
notch.
Buffy.
I actually just watched a really good urban fantasy movie, one of my favorites, The Crow.
Oh, I love
with Brendan
Crow.
Lee. Was very good.
Crow is extremely good. There's like a new TV show apparently. I don't have high hopes.
yeah.
I don't know. It's got Bill Skarsgård in it, and he's. I mean, with him and John Wick 4, he did an.
I never saw
excellent
John
job.
Wick 4.
My phone is listening to me because it literally has is Percy Jackson in urban fantasy, and yes, it is.
This list has Hellboy, which is obviously
Hellboy's-
amazing.
Hellboy's
Blade with Wesley
Blade.
Snipes is really good. Literally, so this is a minor, I guess this is a spoiler for Deadpool Wolverine, but fan service is getting out of control, but having Wesley Snipes saying always some motherfuckers still trying to ice skate uphill, I was like, yeah, just jerk me off, Wesley. It's good. Thank you.
Wesley Snipes.
So there's so many good ones. The Crow is definitely up there for me. It was one of my dad's favorite movies.
I love The Crow.
Spawn, the old Spawn movie.
The old Spawn movies.
That one was a good one.
Harry Potter does classify as.
I was saying, I think
fantasy.
technically.
Underworld.
Underworld.
Yeah. When I was young, I loved the Underworld movies like that. Like these movies are.
I do like What We Do in the Shadows.
Okay. Well, I feel like we named a few.
I think we named all of them ever.
So we all agree that we really like urban fantasy.
Oh wait, I'm really big fan of Leprechaun 4, Leprechaun in the Hood.
Okay. I'll have to give it a watch.
Oh my God, Leprechaun in the Hood. What a classic.
It's so fucking bad, but so fucking great.
That's a movie?
The Craft?
Oh, it's real.
The Craft
it's
is
real
very good.
problematic, but it's real funny.
You're telling me that the Irish stereotype in the setting of just black stereotypes is somehow problematic?
Oh, but it's real good though.
Is Faculty?
Hey, Warwick Davis can do no wrong, okay? Warwick Davis can do no wrong.
I just have a soft spot for that movie. I don't know.
This is perfect.
Ooh, somebody considers, I've never seen it, and I know you said it's very good, Odd Thomas as an urban fantasy film.
Oh, I love Odd Thomas.
I don't know what that is.
It's probably like I would put Odd Thomas up there in my like top 5. I put top 5. Cool. We all like urban fantasy. That is obviously, I'm sure you guys could put that together. That is going to be the setting for my campaign.
No, Subvertus. It's just an action movie.
I knew I was doing Monster of the Week before Josh did his one shot.
Yeah.
So I'm not stealing from Josh, even though Josh did it first.
Monster of the Week's a great system.
It is a good system. I think it's just going to help contain the story that I'm wanting to tell a lot better than I flip-flop back and forth on some other systems, but I think Monster of the Week is just going to be the one that we're going to do, and we're talking about characters right now, and yeah, I'm excited. I have some ideas, and I don't want to get too into it, but do you want me to reveal the setting, or do you want me to reveal that on
No, I think we can wait.
Okay.
We can
All
wait
right.
for
Session 0.
What?
But I don't know.
Josh, you got to stand up for yourself sometime.
I just assumed that session, like our next episode will be a session 0, like building the characters, revealing.
Yeah, that'll be, yeah.
Yeah. Not necessarily like starting, but like.
Oh.
Unless.
Yeah, I figured it'd just be episode 1.
Oh, so episode 1?
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, thanks for fucking up Elizabeth's corner.
No.
How did I fuck it up?
Now it's Elizabeth's oblong, obtuse.
You can't really put a couch or a TV there. It's real weird.
It's Elizabeth's half wall.
Yeah.
It's like, why did you put a half wall here? Like, what am I going to do?
Well, listen, it's just news to me.
You can have a nice little breakfast bar, I guess.
Yeah.
So the next thing is episode 1 of this second season?
Yeah, that'll be the next thing that airs on the main feed.
Okay, cool.
Is episode 1.
Cool.
Which will be 2 weeks from whenever this is releasing, which will be 3 weeks from now.
But if you want
September
more,
30th.
if you want more of us, in the meantime, head over to the Patreon. It's free, and there's swap meets for every single episode. So you get
Except
to
for
hear.
the last few, it'll be grouped together.
We're working on the next ones, but highly recommend it. It's
All right,
fun.
I know how I want to take us out. I'm going to fade us out.
cyanide capsules.
Just
Kool-Aid?
now. Just fade
No,
us
no,
out,
no.
right?
I'm
going to
gonna fade us
out.
And it's going to put a lot of work on Drew. I want a Mr. Groobles recap of the first season.
Oh, fuck me, Derek. What?
Here.
Oh my god.
My notes.
No, I'm just gonna fucking go off
You're gonna
memory, which is gonna be real bad. I don't even remember what the fuck happened
I don't
last
wanna
week,
just
let alone
fade
a
out.
year ago. Hello. I am Mr. Groobles. Wow, what an exciting adventure we had. Adventure. Oh boy, it was a good one. We started off in some office with some brothers. They took some kind of quest, and they're going to attack the church. They met this robot lady. She's very nice. She draws the butterflies and making love. They discover that there's some shadowy window and some shadowy monsters. And then they go to investigate it, where somebody kills a dog's owner. There's a quarry and some kind of gnome with a kink for robot ladies. They do the thing where they split the party, even though you're not supposed to split the party, but they split the party. And then the one brother gets the other brother kidnapped, and he burns down the building, and the other one kidnaps a dog. They go, one of them loses a finger, but then gets it sewn back on or burned back on. I never really got that. Never really came up again. But
I forgot that.
But that thing happened. Then they got on the boat chasing the guy from the thing, trying to get the other thing, which was a spearhead. Nobody knows why it was a spearhead, but it was there. It was an item of great power. And then the pirates attacked, and there's a pillar of flame. And then somehow the robot lady cut some ropes with a pointed sword instead of a slashing sword. The other brother goes and looks for his sword and almost dies, but he gets it. And then they go back to town to eat spaghetti.
How is he the world's greatest DM? These are the things he's remembering.
And then the guy they were protecting who had the thing, they go and he gets eaten by a big dog.
That's a plot point that we never reveal.
And then they go into the church and then walk into the trap. Oh, they see some dead body in the cabinet all crucified. And then make some people run around and do some things that condemn everybody to death and then leave. Then they go and they get arrested by corrupt cop. Willow turns down the fantastic job opportunity. And then after that, they go home and meet the family. Did I miss? No,
you're good.
They go home, they meet the family, and it's very, very awkward. And then they found out that the one brother saved the other brother, but the soul was sold by his father, and they're very mad. And then the father gets real upset, and he goes to try to do a thing for them. And the one brother goes in there and steals the thing so the people can't get it, and all the guards die. They visit a gravesite, and there's something about wolves I don't really remember.
Show me.
And then the dad dies. It's very sad. He's very, very sad. But that is when I, Mr. Groobles, am introduced to the story and make the story way better. I sell them some potions with my new potion emporium, which, by the way, if you find the pink stick, break it, and I, Mr. Groobles, will sell you a very, very good deal potions, even the gambling bag, where you can do the gambles and pay just a few gold pieces to maybe win hundreds of thousands of gold pieces.
Mr. Groobles, can you get back to recapping the story, please?
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
My bad. So after that, they do the whole father-dad. They decide to split up. The uncle who has a very big thing. It is in his name, if you think about it, and just switch the first letters around. And their mother, who, oh yes, was an adventurer back in the day. They found that out too. Also, Willow doesn't cook good. She cooks weird, cheesy fish casseroles. And Kelly never gets to eat a full plate. So they split up, and unfortunately, I had to take a different route, and I had to be separate from the handsome, massive mock. And then they go and they meet the Tabitha, who I kind of left out of the story up to this point, but she's really bad. She's the one who trapped them in the church with the scary shadow monsters. Also, there was a guy named Silas. He's not very important. So they go and then they try to figure out that they have the staffs and they get the staffs. Am I doing this out of order a little bit now?
Mr.
I
Groobles,
think
we
so.
are paying for this booth by the minute, so if you want to just wrap this up, we'd appreciate it.
No,
Okay.
No, just you're good. Just get
Also,
through
as
it.
part of the father dying, this guy named Quinn dies, and they lose the staff because somebody tries to hold it between his legs. That already happened, but we're gonna skip past that. They go, and then they find out in the town that what they're all after, and the spear, and the whole scary thing, and then Willow gets stabbed. Yes, they lose the stone, and then they call me. Mr. Groobles to help. Also, there's a half ogre that eats dead body. They don't even mention it. They don't care. Oh, that's the poor Silas guy who gets his hands burned off. He gets eaten by the ogre guy. And then, somehow, the weird masked lady, who's also from Willow's Past, she captures Cass and nobody knows how. He must have been slowed down by his sister because there's no way he'd lose a fight.
Mr. Groobles wanted to be Cass's familiar but got stuck with Edward.
Why do you think I agreed to be the familiar of Edward Greybane? So then they have an epic temple fight where they're all who will fight and who will not fight. And then it is up to me, Mr. Groobles, to save the day. The older Greybane brother tries to touch my neck, but I don't like that very much. I show him my true rhinoceros form. It's very scary. And then I save the day with all the potions and I make all the money. And then I run off into the sunset with the wonderful Willow, and the brothers go their own way, presumably to get paid for this job. I've been Mr. Groobles, and I implore you to listen to season 2, which will be about urban fantasy, whatever the fuck that means. I hear it's kind of like Harry Potter and Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
I'm gonna fade it at adventure when he says adventure and just cut through.